of a bitch. Who the hell? Damn it. Don't be doing.
It didn't swap over automatically like it's supposed to. Can everybody hear me okay? Um, I think my mic's working. Okay, good. My mic's working. So today on Hanging with Dad, the podcast, we are so blessed to have join us Double Yoke and Ms. Double Yoke, um, streamers extraordinaire, I'm like to say. So let's take a look at their promo video, see what goes on in their channel.
Fucking love this thing.
It is cool.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Occupido?
This is arm on the other side.
Fuck!
Damn it.
I'm fucking done with Dixper.
Hi, Liz.
Got a huge.
Most random thing.
Wow!
Perfect censor
It's a
right
shade.
there.
Oh my god! That scared the shit out of me.
Hi, Wolf.
I've seen his rod. Jesus!
Jesus
Fuck!
Christ.
Fuck me! Oh my god!
Happy birthday, Chris. You sexy daddy, you.
Oh yeah, that is Double Yoke and Ms. Double Yoke in their channel. So please help me welcome them to the channel. Hi, Chris. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Those clips in that promo were just too perfect. That's normal for your channel. I love it.
Yes.
That is totally normal. Yeah.
Yes. All that chaos. Yes. And my F bombs all the time.
She F bombs a lot.
So, real quick before we get into this, have you ever been tempted to just delete Dixper off your computer?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Especially when like the viewers actually legit kill me. Because it's a running joke that Chris sucks at Faz and I'm really good.
Yeah.
So they're all about getting
I
me
suck
killed.
at all games. What are you talking about?
I feel you. I feel you. I really do. I'm horrible at them. I was just playing Boomin the other day, and I was on the easiest setting, and I was in the
love that game.
smallest map, and I could not get all of the items.
I absolutely love
Boom is fun.
Boomin.
It
I
is.
love that game.
Okay, so
Only because I suck only because I work so much, and the only time I get to play stream or games is when we stream.
yeah,
Excuses.
Okay, well, I'm sticking to that.
that's that's his story, folks, and he's sticking to it. So before we get started, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Sure.
Okay.
Off stream,
Ladies
on
first.
stream, either one.
Okay, so we're actually really together in real life. This is not just a streaming gig.
She lives with me.
He lives with me. We've been together.
Chris, hold up a
for
newspaper with
about-
today's date and blink 3 times if you're safe.
right, right. We've been together for about 12 years. We basically 12 years ago, well, August 25th is our anniversary. We met on a dating website, which is called Plenty of Fish, back when it was safe and not a hookup site.
Yeah.
And we bonded over music, and we we talked for a couple of days through the computer, and then we talked on the telephone, and my kids were still with their grandparents for the weekend because we went to Old Forge. So make a long story short, I met him through the dating site on the computer, and we're talking through the laptops and stuff, and I had to go back to work because I didn't have any PTO time left. So came back home, went to work the next day, and I had a set time I would take lunch. So he's like, basically, I'll take lunch at the same time. We talked on the telephone. And then that night we met up. He lived about 45 minutes
45
away.
minutes, yeah.
Yeah. And we hung out the whole time. We went to a bar and saw Motley Crouton.
Motley Crouton, baby.
Motley Crouton. And I
That's
used to play. I used to play in a dart league. So we played darts. I won one, he won one, and then he won the last one. And then I said, "You can go back to my house, but there's no hooking up. No." And he had his laptop, and then his cute little Jetta, his stylish little Jetta.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
And so we sat on my couch until
Hi, Callie.
I think like 3
3
a.m.
in the morning, just swapping
Wow.
music.
just swapping music
Just-
back and
just
forth.
shooting the shit, hanging out. It was awesome.
And then
It was
this is when the Walmart used to be 24/7,
Mhm.
open 24 hours. So I took him back to his car, and we sat in my little purple Scion that I had back in the day. My little Scion XB that was all had like the ground effects and everything like
Oh,
that.
nice.
And she was beautiful. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
And he kissed me goodbye, and he's like, "I want to see you again." And then 2 weeks later, he moved in, and we've been together ever since.
And he's never been right ever since.
I will say probably 5 times in the 12 years that we've been together.
okay.
A handful of times he's
Yeah.
been right. So, and I have 3 biological children. He has 2 children with his ex-wife, who I'm actually best friends with. And together we have 5 children together. That our oldest daughter is 23, had our first grandson. He'll be a year old in February.
Oh, wow.
And then we
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we have a 21-year-old. Yes, the Brady Bunch. We're just
Total
missing
Brady
Alice. I
One
don't know
more.
where Alice
We
is.
need an Alice.
Who wants to be our Alice? And then we have 2 18-year-olds who are seniors this year, and our youngest, Sydney, which is technically his biological child, but she is my bonus child. She is 16. And then we have
Nice.
lots of dogs, cats, and chickens.
Dogs, cats, and
So
chickens.
that's who we are.
And
All
we're
right.
still not married.
Yes. we have the
every
rings.
time
We have the
we
rings.
want to get married, we pick a year,
Something comes up.
something comes up. Daughter's graduating, we're having a grandkid.
Daughters get married.
Yeah, something. So,
Yeah.
we keep postponing it. So, what are we shooting for now? Next year or the year after?
The year after, but then Sydney graduates the year after.
Right.
Oh.
Probably like 2025. We're looking.
Probably 2000 never.
Hi, Steffi. 2000 never.
Hi,
So-
Steffi.
I mean, we
Hi,
got the
Kelly.
rings. I'm not going anywhere.
yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. So it is what it is.
I tried to get rid of him and he came back. So
Uh-oh.
Came
So-
back.
So is that your nickname is now Boomerang, I guess?
Should be. Should be.
Right, yeah.
All right, so you mentioned chickens, and
Yes.
so with y'all's, Chris's name and your name, MzDoubleYolk. How did the chicken thing come about?
Okay, so I want to go. I want to take this one.
Okay.
So do we start at the? Should we start at the beginning, like how we started streaming?
No, he's asking about the
Just
chickens.
well, you're talking about how the chickens or
Yeah,
how we got our name?
No.
How the chicken thing come about? And
So
after,
let me take over.
Yeah.
I'll give that to the chicken lady.
yeah,
Okay.
the next one's yours, Chris.
So the whole what I said is true. Like I tried to get rid of him, he came back. So Chris and I had technically split up for 6 months. And when he moved out February, that following February, I actually ended up getting into chickens. And I ordered because you can order chickens online. And I'm like, how cool is that?
Didn't know that.
So yeah, so I ordered chickens through the internet, and basically 6 chickens, technically 12, because they sent us quite a few. Showed up at the post office. They were all dead because they were shipped
Aw.
out during a snowstorm.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I didn't even open the box. The post office was very, very, I mean, they were like, you should just take it to wherever you got these chickens through, which was Tractor Supply Store. I went to their website and then went to Hatchery Farms through their website to order these chickens. I show up and I'm crying. I'm holding this box full of dead chicks that I didn't even open. I'm crying. And the woman basically ran up. She's like, I've never dealt with anything like this before. We just got an order of 250 chicks that are sitting in the back right now.
Wow.
So basically, she went in the back, got me, and I ordered Rhode Island Reds because they're the most hardiest breed of chicken
Right.
that you can get. So she comes back and she's like, I'm gonna give you these chickens for free. I only got 6. I'm like, that's fine. I got a full refund from the store, and basically walked out with a full refund and 6 free chicks.
Wow.
So, and that was almost 8 years ago. February, this coming February would be 8 years that we've been raising chickens, but it's mostly my responsibility.
Mhm.
And then of course, chicken math. You can't just have 6.
Nope.
40.
40.
You have 40. 40 turns into 50. So no. So, and then the following year, we just started adding to the flock because it is good every couple of years to start adding to the flock. And then I think almost 3 years ago, I started getting into the silky breed.
Silkies, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they're smaller. They're absolutely adorable. They're
The big
great
fluff
with,
balls.
they're just amazing.
Yeah, they're awesome chickens.
Yeah, so we have about 35 right now, and I just saved one of our little silky babies the other day from a hawk.
Oh.
So we've been dealing with that.
It's a little
Yeah.
wounded, but she's coming back to health.
She's doing
Yeah.
good. She's in a trough by herself, so nobody picks on her. So
You can get everything
But
online. Yeah. So okay. So
you
what?
can, you
what-
can not to be like, what's the word? Like grief, but you can get a cat coffin from Bed Bath and Beyond.
Okay.
Yes, I used to work
Mm,
there.
Oh man.
Look at Callie's gonna marry us at YolkCon.
Oh, see,
Yeah. There you go.
YolkCon 2023.
Okay, Chris. Now to you. How did you
I
guys
know.
get your start in streaming? How did this all come about?
Okay. All right. So back in just before COVID,
Mhm.
we had a gentleman that we used to follow around Syracuse called Just Joe Syracuse. He's a musician around here. He's pretty big actually.
And he
Great-
bought chicken eggs
Great
from
friend
us.
of ours, and he used to come over and get chicken eggs from us. So we had a pretty awesome bond between him and us. And then COVID hit. Oh, we were his. Okay, so yeah, COVID hit. Then he was like, "Well, how the hell am I going to gig now?" So
Yeah.
he was part of our local K-Rock radio station also, and he was introduced to Twitch. So I'll give it a shot. He blew up on Twitch, and we were his mods.
Okay.
We took care of his chat and all that good stuff off on Twitch. I mean, within 6 months he was. So we so then we met a few. We were totally heavily involved in the music side of Twitch. We met a couple other streamers we were mods for also. Chance ATL, awesome guy from Atlanta. And then I don't know, just out of the blue, we're like, we should probably stream. So we bought a PC.
No. You're skipping over the fact that. So we
What?
decided to stream, but we didn't have a PC, so we used a
Well-
Mac computer
Okay.
in the garage.
So okay. So we started streaming with our Mac, and we had from the house we have an attached 2-car garage.
Mhm.
Or detached 2-car garage that we made into a tiki bar. We have
Which
pool
is
table,
way far from the house.
pool table, we have a bar, we got lights, the whole 9 yards. It's freaking
The
fantastic.
adult hangout.
So we put up cameras all around and did a green screen pool table and had like fish swimming in it and stuff like that. And
That's awesome.
it was awesome. It was awesome. And we had a hell of a time out there, and we did it with our neighbor, good neighbor Rick.
Yep.
and
Who's still good neighbor Rick, by the
who
way.
is still good neighbor.
Nice.
And we were called 2 guys and a gal.
And yes, when we would raid people, they would look at it and yeah, there would be like 2 guys, anal girl.
If
Like,
you-
what is happening right
If you
now?
wrote 2 guys and a gal on a piece of paper, if you just glance at it, it looks like 2 guys,
Anal.
anal gal.
Anal. And Chris came up
So
with that
We
name.
used to get all kinds of things going on in chat, you know.
Oh.
But it was great, and we got heavily into green screen. We used to do. I used to stand in front of the green screen.
That would be
and do-
that would be a wait what moment.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it happened a
All the
lot. It
time.
happened a lot.
So then, you know, all our music friends used to support us. They used to come and hang out with us and all
Yep.
that. It was like an IRL stream, so we had a lot of people hanging out with us. And then winter hit, so good neighbor Rick couldn't do it anymore. So
Because he becomes a hermit during the winter time.
he owns 3 farms here where we are.
Yeah.
So he's really busy in the summer and then does
Yeah.
nothing in the winter.
Not anymore though. So the whole running joke is,
Yeah.
it's like during the summer, he hangs out with us in our garage because we have a pool table there.
Mhm.
And then now during the winter, we hang out over at his house because he's got a pool table in his house
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
it works out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we ended up going inside and we're like, yeah, what are we going to do now? You know, because we still love to stream. We were having a blast.
Right.
So this is where we ended up buying a PC. So now COVID's like right around the corner. So you could not find a computer
Right.
anywhere.
No, this is when COVID was
What
happening.
was happening,
Yeah.
but nothing
Yeah.
was really shut down yet.
No,
Mm.
everything was
Well,
basically
then-
shut down.
I'll let you continue the story. honey.
So basically in late September we got the PC.
Mhm.
We only had 1 monitor. We really didn't know what the hell we were doing. We had a projector on this wall back here. And we got into marbles, and that's where like our OG viewers, which is DeCamo Kid, came from.
Gats up.
Gas Up and Seven Deadly
Seven,
Sins.
yep.
They all came from Chance ATL because they were like, "Oh, you guys are going to start streaming," and Chance was very supportive of it as
Yep.
well too. He's like, "Hey, we will support you guys. Da da da. You guys are amazing people." And da 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 da.
Mhm.
So then we finally got another monitor, and then we found this beautiful game called Phasmophobia.
It just came out.
Second
And
day
we're like-
release.
And we love horror. We're all about
Yeah.
horror games
Yeah.
or horror movies, zombies, stuff like
Yep.
that. So we're like, this looks kick ass. So we started playing it. And then, like, second day of his launch, we started streaming it.
Yep.
And
Nice.
we've met, and we would just jump into random lobbies.
Or
And-
we would do an open lobby when it was safe
Yep.
back then.
Hi,
and
Benny.
We met so much of our
Hi, Benny.
community through random lobbies. And
Yep.
it was, so now we're like, shit, we need a name. We can't do 2 guys and a gal anymore.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You know? So
Because
I'm-
it's just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
Just the 2 of us.
So I was like, so we had some weird names. I don't know. I even didn't know any of the other ones we thought of, but then my brain starts going off. I'm like, okay, when I stick to something, I don't ever forget it. So
Ain't that the truth?
I'm laying in bed at night thinking, okay, we have chickens. There's 2 of us, double. There's 2. I just woke up that next morning and it just hit me. So I ran into the living room and told Jen, I'm like, Jen, how about double yolk? And she was like, oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
So,
It
so we
fits.
type in double yolk.
And
of
it's
course,
taken.
it's taken.
It's taken.
And we're like, shit.
Yep.
So we tried double underscore yolk. That was taken. So we're like, oh man. Yeah, so then one of our music friends, I want to say Abby, she's like, try the underscore after. And boom.
There it is.
Nice.
There it is. That's
There it
how
is.
it came about.
Awesome.
And that's where and that's where we built our community, was around Faz. And then we learned about through Josh Belmar, who's another music streamer.
Yep. He was amazing.
Amazing guy. He's still amazing.
A lot of my stuff.
Oh my God, he's hilarious. We learned this little program called Lorien Board because he would do these things on his channel, and we were like, how do you do that? And so he pointed Chris in the right direction, and then Chris basically became obsessed with Lorien Board.
Which is Sammy now.
It's called Sammy now.
But yeah, I just now anything I can think of, I can do it on our stream, and it's the creativity, and my brain does not stop. I'm always thinking about new ideas.
Yeah. Okay. So when you started out streaming, did you learn about the process and the equipment that you needed from friends, or did you have to do your own research? How did all that come about?
Well, when we had the Mac computer, there was a gentleman that we reached out to a lot, he used to be called Jim Cipollini, who we met through Josh Belmar. And this is a lot of the music side of Twitch. He now is Jim, the mental health coach. Phenomenal guy. He also streams on a Mac computer, and he taught me.
He still does.
He still does.
Yeah.
He taught me Trigger Fire.
Oh,
but we had Streamlabs too.
Yeah, we had Streamlabs for the longest time too.
Simple.
speaking of mental health, here's a couple of links for all of you who suffer from mental health. Just take a look at those. They help me. Maybe they can help you. I don't know. All right, back to you.
So we would reach out to him all the time. He would do silly things.
We had a great time.
Oh my God. There were
music
just,
friends
and,
are
we
just
still keep,
awesome.
yeah, we still keep in contact with them.
Yep.
I don't know if they lurk in our channel or not, but absolutely adore those people. And they really point us in the right direction. It got to the point where Jim was like, what do you, cause he calls me Nell Bell, cause my username used to be, yeah, it's Nelly. And so he calls me Nell Bell, and he would answer the Discord call like, what do you want?
You,
What now? What now?
I broke something. I need your help.
Then once we got OBS, once we got the PC,
Yeah, we
started
transferred.
learning
Yeah,
OBS.
and then we started OBS all fresh all over again because you can't transfer from a Mac to a PC.
right.
So everything was new and fresh.
I just started watching a bunch of YouTube videos and learning things, and met some really awesome people on YouTube.
Yeah. That's
One of the best people to learn from would be Andy Lippy. We watch a lot of his videos. He's a great streamer as well too. And he teaches you a lot about Lorien Board, which is now called Sammy.
Okay.
And then StreamerBot as well too is what we use on our channel, and Firebot.
Yeah, I've become so used to using Mix It Up bot. It's still useful. That's when Mix It Up was still a thing.
Right.
I remember mixing up.
Yeah, but it's still usable, and I've learned its programming or coding language is so much better for me. I've tried Firebot, but some of the coding in it was just a little confusing. Maybe if I spend a little
StreamerBot.
StreamerBot. Okay.
Yep, because that you can do coding.
Okay.
And
Cool.
speaking of coding, so that's how we met Orso Kuma, was through an open lobby in Phasmophobia.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a coder.
Yeah. Now, if you guys don't
He's
know,
done a few coding.
yeah, if you guys don't know Orso Kuma,
Kuma.
yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Bear.
Orso Kuma, everybody calls him Bear. It's a phenomenal mod. He has created some awesome bots for streamers. Hi, Chloe. So if you get a chance, and I'm not even sure how to spell it. Jen, could you put that
It's
in chat?
Orso. Yeah.
if you guys want to follow him, he's an amazing streamer, but he's super intelligent.
Right.
He's a programmer, aka coder.
Yeah.
He actually he actually used to work for Discord.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
What's your favorite part about streaming? What drives you to keep doing it? What do you like? What do you love about it?
Take this one first.
What I love the best
Mhm.
is when I stream, I feel like I'm just hanging out with a bunch of friends,
Hmm.
just playing a video game, and we're all just shooting the shit, having some drinks. And to me, because I mean, there's the times like you're like, oh, I don't, but once you hit that go button, you see all your friends show up.
Yeah.
That is like the coolest feeling, and everyone's just talking to you. And we're all just talking, having a good time. And to me, that's what I love about streaming. Just hanging out with our friends.
Nice. Yeah. That's generally everybody says the same thing. Jen, do you feel the
Yep.
same way?
I do, and then also to the different channel points that I can come up with.
Well, that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Just see people trigger them and all that.
Yeah, seeing people like Mad Max. He has this thing in the DoubleYolk channel where you can move our camera across the screen.
Hmm.
And then he moves our camera to the bottom, and then he does the chicken dance, which basically is a chicken going like this that I can't feel my face when I'm with you. By the weekend, and then there are two chickens that he
And
used
the
as well
sizzle
too.
fingers.
The sizzle fingers,
But
you
he-
know.
But he covers up our
Yeah, he
camera
covered. Yeah,
while doing this.
because he knows where the placement is of those channel points. So, I love seeing people do the channel points.
Oh yeah.
And I'm believe it or not, I'm an only child, but I love interacting with people.
Yeah.
I'm a very social butterfly, and I just love chatting with people. I don't care if he's playing Phasmophobia, it's his turn to play. And I'll talk to chat. Like that is my focus. And that's the nice part about the both of us. One can be playing the game, the other one's reading chat, and then vice versa.
I
Yeah.
love reading chat.
And
I love reading chat.
The
Yeah.
running joke of our channel is we read everything twice.
Because she's one ear out the other,
And he does it with me too. So
Yeah. Okay. So, can you guys hear yourselves in your headphones while you're talking?
yeah, we can hear each other.
Okay.
I can hear her, she can hear me, yeah.
Yeah.
But like right now if I talk loud, I can sometimes hear myself.
Yeah.
Right.
And that really throws me off. But
Yeah.
that's what you get from sitting so close. We haven't
Yeah.
I've tried everything, man, and that's the hardest part about
Yeah.
audio.
And again, it all depends on like how loud you go.
Yeah.
And our as you could tell, our dining room is not padded, so everything echoes too.
Yeah.
So, and our kids are like, were you guys streaming last night? How do you know? Because you guys are
I can
loud,
hear you all the way downstairs.
At least it's streaming and not something else.
right? Right. Our bedroom's on the other side,
Yeah.
at the bottom, on the first floor.
Yeah,
They're on the second floor.
we padded that room.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
We will be right back with more Chris and Jen
Oh.
after a short break. Guys, go get you something to drink. Go
potty.
stretch your legs. Get your drink of water, whatever, or beer. I don't know how early in the day is it. We'll be right back.
It's 2:30 here.
And we are back with Chris DoubleYolk and Jen MzDoubleYolk. That was actually going to be my next question about your channel points and your sound alerts. Where do you come up with your ideas? Or are you searching for these things, or they just come to you? I know because I know you're that intelligent to come up with these all on your own.
Well, okay, so for me, I have like
Hi, butterfly.
how do I explain this? Like I'm always trying to look for jump scares because people love scaring the shit out of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always, I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm always on YouTube looking for scares or something. Or I'm watching like a cartoon or like like Bob's Burgers or whatnot, and I'm like, oh, that's a funny thing. So I'll like take those.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, I'll take those and somehow implement them, use them in our stream. Jump scare us.
Yep.
Like the balloon pop thing, you know. But then I'll put my own because obviously the balloon pop thing wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be, so I went and found a louder bang and attached it to shit out of us.
Yeah.
So love that. But most of it's just like once I get an idea in my head, I never stop thinking about it, and I just try to tweak it. They're always yelling at me because I'm always on the computers on my day off, doing something to the stream.
I feel that. I feel that.
It never ends. It never ends. It's like owning a home, you know.
Yeah.
But I will say vice versa. Like when he works, I do the MzDoubleYolk solo stream. I talk about her like she's another entity, and sometimes she is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of those channel points, I watch a lot of TikTok, a lot of TikTok.
And I started to recently.
Don't call me out. Don't call me out.
Yeah. So I'm one of those people like, okay, I'm only gonna get a TikTok for like 20 minutes. 4 hours later.
Yep.
But I take a lot of that stuff, a lot of my channel points, inspiration is from TikTok. And then sometimes, like one of my favorite channel points that I implemented on the DoubleYolk channel first, and then when I started doing MzDoubleYolk, I implemented on the MzDoubleYolk channel is the gift that Sailor Khaleesi used to use all the time in the WO Discord of the orange kitty flying across the screen.
Yes.
I believe I could fly.
Yep.
But it didn't have a song behind it. So the song, I Believe I Can Fly, I'm like, I can do this. I could do this channel point. And Chris is more technical when it comes to Sammy, with the commands, where I'm like, if I can do this in a different program and only tell Sammy a couple of commands, I'll do it that way. I tried to take the shortcut in a lot of the stuff that I do on the MzDoubleYolk channel, where Chris is very technical with everything. And I'm like, if I can just tell Sammy, open eyeball here, shut eyeball here, open eyeball there, shut eyeball there, you know, I'm happy at the end of the day. So, but the cat going across the screen, and then it saying, I believe I can fly, you know, the 5-second song.
Yeah.
Some of my programs I have are like
right
to do certain things.
But then if you look
I love it.
If you look at Sammy, the MzDoubleYolk profile on Sammy, a lot of the things are very short because I use other programs to make said seed, and then it's just putting the commands to open the eyeball and close it in Sammy. So
Gotcha.
it's very technical.
Okay, if I might say something.
Sure.
Just real quick. Okay, so our name DoubleYolk, a lot of people get this confused. Everyone thinks I'm DoubleYolk. DoubleYolk is Jennifer and I.
Yes.
And then MzDoubleYolk is.
Yes.
There's times where I go into people's chat and they always like, oh, Mr. DoubleYolk's here. How you doing, Chris? You know, and talk as a single. But it's really, I use our DoubleYolk name to go into people's chats, obviously. And most of the time people know that it is me. But I just want to make one thing clear, that it's the both of us actually.
And there's and not to call anybody out, which I'm not going to, but there has been times where we have rated people from the DoubleYolk channel, and they go, "Hey Chris, how was your stream?" And I'm like, "I'm over here."
And
I'm on there too.
Yeah.
Or like, he's a great person. Oh my God, go check out DoubleYolk. He's amazing. And I'm like, no, we are both amazing.
Yeah.
It's both of us.
Yeah. Which, you know, and I know they don't do it intentionally.
No.
They don't do it intentionally because 9 times out of 10, when DoubleYolk goes into a chat, it's Chris. And when MzDoubleYolk goes into a chat, it's me.
Yeah.
So, and that's where we differ. And I can see the confusion at times. I totally get it. But when we're streaming on the DoubleYolk channel, we're streaming together.
Both of ours.
Yeah. That's why, hence the DoubleYolk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now, does Chris ever stream solo on DoubleYolk, or is that never a thing?
No.
Nope.
We will never stream solo under DoubleYolk.
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Just because it's DoubleYolk is the two of us.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I
nice.
used to have my own solo stream called Mr. DoubleYolk. It's still there. I just gotta dust the cobwebs off it.
Yeah.
But, I just don't ever have time to stream solo.
Yeah. My wife and I have tried the Unibad thing where we stream together, but we could never get the microphone and the headphone things to work out.
Okay, so that's another question we get a lot as well too. That's it, because we only stream on one PC, where a lot of couple streamers that you see, they're on a dual PC and they have the dual cameras. So one person can be on the other side of the room and the other person's on the other side of the room. We don't have the luxury of that. So, we use a program, and I will say this is probably one of the biggest headaches when it comes to having two microphones and two headphones is the audio end of streaming. So we use a program called Voice Meter Banana.
Right.
I highly suggest it. It is really hard to wrap your brain around it, but there is a gentleman on YouTube. If you ever need any pointers or anything like that, we can send you the link. He dumbs it down for you. To where he breaks it up into blocks, and he teaches you how to set your computer, your sounds to Voice Meter. You do it in Discord as well too. You do it with all your games as well too, where it's strictly audio, Voice Meter aux audio input, and then Voice Meter aux audio output. And then we used to have.
It took us the longest time to figure this audio issue out with two headphones and one PC.
And I'm smart. I saved the settings. I saved the settings to Voice Meter Banana.
Nice.
We searched for days trying to figure it out, and then the Voice Meter popped up, and had to learn it because it was only.
We had to. There was no choice.
There was no other way around it.
Yeah.
So our headphones, the HyperX, back in the day, actually like a month ago, we had a microphone attached to our headphones. And that was really simple to use with Voice Meter. You just attach one headphone and then the other one, and then you make it so you can hear each other. No problem at all. And then this nifty little website called Throne pops up, but I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Viewers can buy gifts anonymous. I can't even talk.
Anonymously.
Thank you. For the streamer if they want to. And so I had this microphone on the MzDoubleYolk throne, and then I had this microphone on the DoubleYolk throne. And then one of our viewers actually bought them for us, and it actually took our sound audio of the stream up a notch.
Oh, nice.
And so then learning these mics was a headache within all itself, and learning the settings.
We're still learning it because they're still new to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got them not too long ago, so.
Yeah, we got them like less than 3 weeks ago. So, but it's definitely an improvement for the stream, and it needed to happen.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
Same thing with our PC. You know, we bought like the Walmart brand.
Yeah.
It was like $7.99, and we ended up beefing it up.
And which is great. Always get a PC that you can build onto.
Yeah,
Always.
absolutely. I'm a technician, a computer technician for 25 years now, I think. I lost my job during COVID, after COVID. But yeah, people always ask me what kind of computer do I recommend, and I'm like, one that you can upgrade yourself.
Yes.
Yep.
Don't get those ones that, they say they have all the bells and whistles. Get one that can handle a lot more than it has right now. So then that way, over the years, you can just keep beefing it up.
Yeah. Problem is, a lot of people will buy whatever's on the shelf as long as it's cheap and can do what they needed to do. And I said, I'm always saying, double your memory if you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your RAM.
Yeah, whatever you think you need,
Graphics.
double it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've upgraded our processor, our CPU, and our graphics card.
Yeah.
And then we have an external hard drive for just our games.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Now, here's another thing that you guys might come across is I have an external hard drive also. The issue is it's actual hard drive. It's not a solid state drive. that's something that some people are coming up with. The solid state drives are so much faster, and then the actual hard drives tend to lag a little bit between the interface, you know. And people are coming up with issues. They said, "Why is my game lagging?" I said, "Well, where's your game? It's on a hard drive. Is it a real hard drive or a solid state?" And it's a real hard drive. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's your issue."
Yeah. Yeah. And always look for updates on your drivers. We've noticed that as well too. That can be a big issue with games.
Yes.
He's all about like, are our drivers updated? Our drivers updated? I'm like,
Well,
I don't know. That's all you. I have nothing to
because,
do with it.
You know, like OBS is my baby, and
Yeah.
I'm always watching the stats when we're streaming, seeing we're dropping and what's going on. So,
Right.
the other night we had an encoding error, which, oh my god,
Which was the drivers.
last year we had an encoding issue and it was driving me up the wall, and I finally figured it out. And I saw one last night, and I'm like, "God, I think our driver's gonna be hooked." Reboot, so we ended stream the next day. I freaking rebooted or updated our drivers.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's your favorite thing to stream?
Baz.
Baz? What about you,
Only because I'm
Jen?
decent at it.
Yeah.
So
You can play it.
on the
Right.
on the MzDoubleYolk channel, I tried to stick with like all solo horror games,
Mhm.
but there's times where I'm a sucker for House Flipper. I
Oh, yeah.
absolutely love
Okay.
House Flipper. I'm
Before she
super
finishes,
excited.
if you're triggered like most of us were, do not watch her mow the grass.
Oh, yeah. I actually made a thing in our stream, exclamation point mowing.
Yes. Yes.
And it's
Yes.
got people like,
Oh my God.
Driving off into
It called
pools and stuff.
PTSD for people. They're like, if I gift you this many subs, never do this again. I'm like, okay. Oh, but
and then,
yeah.
and then someone bought us mowing simulator.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's really hard.
It is.
Mowing simulator or lawn simulator is actually called. Is so hard. I'm
It
like, I
is.
feel like I need a controller for this shit. This is not. I'm sorry. Can I swear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
But I will say another game I truly do enjoy is Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
one I
yeah.
used to stream on my solo stream all the time, and
Yep.
that game is so beautiful, and it is so much fun with friends, and
Yeah,
I just love being a pirate.
for the
it's so
cartoon
much fun.
aspect of that thing, it is really a beautiful game.
Oh my
It's a
God.
beautiful game. The
Because
water,
I grew up around the ocean. I love the water, and to see it all like
Yeah.
blue like that,
the
oh
way
my
they
God.
did it.
I fall in love with it.
And I will say, but I will say on the MzDoubleYolk channel, I think one of my most favorite games, and the only reason why I got PlayStation Now and a DualShock 4 controller Until Dawn. Absolutely. I'm in love with that game. If I could play that game all the time and get away with it, I totally would. And anything Dark Picture Anthology, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
every single one of them. But that's what I like, back in the day grew up on, like choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Situations, because I'm back in, the dial-up days, and Radio Shack days or whatever, when I got my first PC, like some of the horror games that came on the 7-disc packet, which was like absolutely the bomb. So, but yeah, it's a choose your own adventure games, and definitely House Flipper. I'm a
Yeah.
huge House Flipper fan.
Well, I get you, Chris. Faz is such an easy game to master, and you don't have to be great at it. As long as you're good at it,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I feel the
Thank
same
God
way.
for the team I play with all the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
But also too,
But I have a lot of fun.
it's a running joke where
Yeah.
I'm really good at it and Chris sucks at it. So like,
That's
he-
kind of our stream, really.
yeah.
You know?
yeah.
And that's what builds the content, Like I suck and everyone votes against me, like, oh, Chris is gonna die, get your votes in,
Yeah.
But then when I pull it off, they're all like, holy shit, I just lost everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's where everybody loses their points in the prediction.
But
That's
that's
great.
Jen, because she plays a lot of horror games, like when I'm at work and all that.
Mhm.
So she's always constantly in the loop of things.
Right.
So she's really good at that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I just started playing Boom In the other day, and it's kind of like Faz
Yeah.
when it's
Oh,
easy to
that's a
grasp.
Fun game.
It
That
is.
I'm pretty good at.
Can I just say like how super excited I was because before I stream, I'm always looking at when Chris is at work and I'm working on my solo channel. Each week I do a new intro song. I make sure it's not copyrighted. I try to find new gifts because I want to pump people up.
Right.
Is what I want to do. Like this is my thank you for you guys coming into the MzDoubleYolk channel. And I'm always on the lookout for new horror games, co-op or not. And Boom Men showed up one day, and I'm like, all right, it's super cheap. It was only $7.99.
Right.
Let's give it a shot. So I was playing one game. I rage quit a lot on the MzDoubleYolk channel. So I'm like, why don't I just give this a try? And I love the concept of so it's Thieves Simulator and Phasmophobia wrap into one.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love the concept, even when you die, you'd still make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And Edith
kind of got some Devour in there too.
A little
Edith
bit.
scares the shit out of me. Like
Yeah,
she is
Edith is-
ripped
Yeah.
from a nightmare I would never ever want to have.
Yeah. I hate Edith.
And I
yeah.
can't stand her. The troll, like we can get around the troll. I don't have to worry about the troll.
Mhm.
The
Scab's
pajama girl,
easy.
of course. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
easy. But Edith, with the whole she can turn the lights off. I'm like, no.
And she just freaking stares at you.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Yeah.
It's like,
And I'm like, I'm telling her when Chris was playing on the DoubleYolk channel, he's just standing there staring at her. I'm like, don't stare at her.
oh, man, she's looking at me.
The old Goosebumps book I loved as a kid. They did Choose Your Own Adventure. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that back in the
Yep.
day.
Yeah.
I'm a huge R.L. Stein fan. I have a lot of the Fear Street books in that closet back there in a Tupperware container. I think I have over 30 of them. So
Yeah. If anybody in chat has any
He is amazing.
questions for Chris and Jen, please put it in the chat. You can do what is it? What did I say it was? Exclamation point.
Exclamation point something.
Exclamation point question mark, and I did it wrong. Yeah, you just do that, and that pops up, and we can know you have a question. We were talking about your mods earlier. You wanted to say
Yes.
something about your mods.
Our mods are fabulous.
So our mods, believe it or not, we actually stumbled into them. We used to have he's still one of our friends, Death 420. When we first started our channel, the DoubleYolk channel, we would play in open lobbies, and we came across this gentleman named Death 420 and another gentleman named Orso Kuma, and great people.
Absolutely.
And then come to find out, Death 420 knows a lot about Twitch. Orso Kuma knew a lot about Twitch. So Orso Kuma and Death 420 decided to become on our mod team.
Yeah, mods. Yep.
Yeah, Tacked Out TV, who we know in person, became one of our mods. And then come along the way, Money Cart, Fox Van,
Fox,
Sailor Khaleesi, and then Indie Rush.
Indie's our newest one.
Yeah, Indie Rush is our newest one. We also had Queen Bee as well too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Her husband.
But it's very the stream can be chaos. But what not a lot of people know is we actually have our mods on my cell phone.
Yeah.
And they're in our Discord live, and then we have them on our phone so we can see them.
Oh,
Yep,
nice.
So
Hi, Chiba.
yeah, so I go, hi Chiba.
Chiba.
So MzDoubleYolk will go, myself will go into the DoubleYolk Discord, into the mod chat, and they'll turn their cameras on if they want to. They don't have to.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to them while the stream is starting. And we just have a routine. We check in on them, they check in on us, and we're like, we have what is called streamer notes as well too. So if anything happens during the stream, they type it in immediately. But they hear us before.
Gives me something to fix.
Yes. So anything that they see, they're like, Chris, you need to fix this.
Yeah.
And then the whole joke is Chris broke it. So that's normally where that joke came
I break
from.
everything, even
He
though I
breaks
fixed
everything.
it all.
So the mods hear us before the stream does,
Yeah, they're live,
which is great because if we have anything to say to them, we'll mute the mic and I'll grab the phone and walk away from the computer and talk to them. And it's come in handy, especially when some racist things came down in the MzDoubleYolk channel. Because I'm so used to streaming with Chris.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's kind of like my comfort. You know, he's my little comfort. When I stream solo, I still get nervous.
Yeah.
I still get nervous to this day, but it's so nice to see, especially Miney on my phone. I feel like he's right there with me no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
And as soon as the racist stuff started happening on the MzDoubleYolk channel and I went through my rant, they were all like, they all had their cameras on. They're all like jumping up and down, like, you go,
Yeah.
Jen. They didn't have to say anything. And like, I felt their vibe. Like, number one, it needed to be said. And number two, like, those were my ground rules.
Yeah.
Like, it felt necessary to happen. And they were kind of like my backup, kind of like to what Chris would be on the DoubleYolk channel.
Yeah.
So
It's nice too, because when you say, hey, can I give someone a shout out? They hear, there's like, you know, because
Instantly.
there's always a delay, but when having them right there, there's no delay. So if anything needs to be said, they hear it instantly.
Now,
So much
do your mods
and
find
stuff
you
like that.
people to raid when y'all are ready to raid out? Do they do that, or do you?
sometimes.
No, okay.
Sometimes
Sometimes.
we will, and I mean, if I'm looking down, that means I'm typing on my phone. I will ask them to go find someone when he asks. I'm like, I'm on it, you know, because I'm right in the Discord already on my phone.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, so, you know, mods, can you go find somebody?
Yeah.
So, and they know what we're looking
We
for.
kind of split it. We might already have someone we're gonna raid, but if we don't, then I'll be like, hey, mods, go find someone to
Yeah,
raid.
and we love raiding
And I
new people.
love raiding new people. And
There's
people
been
with low
some
counts.
times
That's
where
what's
you're
great.
like, that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, I've been there. You raid
Yeah, I
into
think
somebody and
we've
they're
all
like,
been there.
Shiva, remember that?
Shiva was there.
Shiva came on with one of our raids one time, and the dude was like, didn't even acknowledge us.
But he
Oh.
like
Yeah.
this streamer, right, was all shits and giggles with one of the mods. But as soon as we raided in, it was
That
Hi,
was great.
Peggy.
That was so funny.
hi
Oh.
Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
We are,
But yeah, without our mods,
yeah,
because there's so much to do in our stream. So
Sure.
without our mods,
I'm the same way. There's a lot of things
It would be
that I
funny.
can't handle. I've got Broken Butterfly is one of my mods. Mama Dragon Callie is another one of my mods, and between the two of them, they handle everything fantastically. Now, sometimes Callie's not
Yeah.
here, and sometimes Butterfly's not here, and then I'm overwhelmed.
we know the feeling.
Yeah.
We know the feeling. We get nervous when you don't see them, and we're like, ah.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you got shout outs. I got
Yeah. Okay, now I'm sure that there are days that you get up and one or maybe even both of you, but you just don't feel like streaming. Do you do it anyway, or does one pump you up to do it, or what motivates you to either do it, or what do you ever just say,
Like,
no,
look at
we're not
me."
doing it?
Because I feel like I'm talking a lot.
You are. I don't know. It's kind of both. Like, okay, because we have so much going on at our house. You know, with the foster kitties, the kids, the chickens, the dogs, whatever.
Our cats.
Yeah.
Life in general at our house is not just a simple everyday thing.
Mhm.
So we try to stick to our schedule as much as possible.
Right.
That's super important. You know? So not to throw you under the bus or anything, honey, but when she's like not feeling it, I'm like, honey, we gotta stream. But you know how it is when we first start. You get pumped up after like 5 minutes of hitting the button, and then we have a hell of a time. But I'm like, we gotta stream. We need to stick to our schedule. Blah blah blah. Or there's times where she says the same thing to me.
Mhm.
So yeah, we do use each other a lot to be like, let's need to stream. We gotta get out there, that kind of thing. But there's times like yesterday, she was exhausted. She had to get up super early to go take some of the kitties to get shots.
Yeah.
So last night we didn't stream. I'm not gonna force her to stream it. Absolutely.
Yeah. There are times you should take off. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But we try our darndest to be there because I love it. I love seeing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like seeing your friends every night, which is probably So Chris is blaming Jen for not streaming.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
You just throw me under the bus. It's okay. But no, I mean, there's times like Sunday through Tuesday on the MzDoubleYolk channel, I stream solo. And there's times where like Chris will call me at 11. He calls me between 11 a.m. and 11:20 a.m.
Every day.
It's just every day that he works. And he's like, "Are you streaming today?" And I'm like, he's like, "You are streaming today." You know, he's kind of like
you
my
need to stream.
yeah, he's my kick in the butt. I will say though, the mods are a huge help, especially Indie Rush, which will probably be whiskey at some point in time. He's always like, "We're streaming today, right?"
Awesome. Okay, if
Andy loves being on our streams.
if you're just joining us, we are talking with DoubleYolk, Chris and Jen, and we're gonna visit with them just a little bit more. We're gonna come back from the ads, and we're gonna do a lightning round where we will
Ooh.
ask some questions, and they'll answer us right off the top of their heads. So come back. Take 3 minutes to get you something to drink. Take a stretch. We'll be right back after these messages. And we are back with DoubleYolk, Chris and Jen, streamers extraordinaire.
Ooh, I like
Could
that.
could I get a could I get a shout out for DoubleYolk in the channel? So if you are not following them, you really need to go follow Chris and Jen. And also a shout out for MzDoubleYolk because she also has her own channel as well.
Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you.
Oh well, this is what we're all about here. This is your This is you
He's
guys.
fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Uni. Uni underscore
lie.
285. That's my wife. So yeah, great mod. Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing that. And
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you so much for having us. We were super excited because we're usually on your end where we're the ones asking the questions.
Yeah,
So this is
This has been great.
this is so much fun.
I'm glad you
Great.
enjoyed it. I'm glad to have you. I never thought this would. I don't think this will ever like be one of those great things, but it's something fun for me to do. And I record them. I put them on my YouTube channel so I can go back and watch them. If you know, this is a lot of fun. I'm sorry, but what is Jen's
it is
It is a
handle?
lot of fun.
It is.
Uh,
I'm
Awesome
typing
that you're doing it.
I'm typing it in chat for
Okay,
you.
thank you. There you go.
I'll wave too.
Also, if you have any questions for DoubleYolk before we end this, please post them in the chat. There you go. Thank you so much. Oh, I forgot I had an auto for you.
I love it. I love it. Screw double yolk. No,
You guys, when I first went into your channel and y'all had that video of somebody getting pushed into the pool, I thought that was just
yes.
fantastic. That was,
yeah, the first time chatter.
yeah, that was so much fun.
Yep. And the mods know again, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, and they know like the first time chatter automatically gets pushed in the pool.
Yeah.
So and
What-
then during the winter time, they throw snowballs.
You can throw snowballs at
Nice.
each other.
Well, I
And
remember.
that'll be coming up soon.
Yeah, I remember I went in and y'all were just getting ready to raid out, and I had said hello and followed you, and you said okay, you're gonna get pushed in the pool, but it wasn't until the next time y'all streamed, and I went in and said hello, and a mod remembered and had that image done. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that is so cool. Hi,
They are on
Tadowski.
top of it.
Tadowski.
Tadowski.
Tadowski. Are we
Tadowski.
Are we
Oh,
talking
you're
about how
sexy,
sexy? we went past that part.
Tadowski. Tadowski. I told Hangin With Dad about that car commercial you absolutely love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That's all, Tadowski.
and before we get to the end of this, don't forget tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, we will be having my guest will be Alyssa Always.
All right.
Love
Yeah.
Alyssa.
Love Alyssa.
She's an
And
absolute sweetheart.
yeah, Chiba is also going to be a guest December 11th, I believe. And
Oh my.
Tadowski, Double Yoke and well, Chris and Jen both mentioned you as a suggestion. I would really like to get you on as a guest if you're willing.
See, Tadowski, we love you. Oh yeah, did you tell him about my trend-setting ability with the music box? Oh, I remember that day.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I was so pissed when he did that. I threw my headphones and walked away from the computer.
And I'm in the living room
And
going, what's
Doc-
going on? What happened?
The doc is standing there like, you just killed the one person that knows what's going on in this game.
Also,
Yeah.
if any of you have a streamer that you would like to see on the podcast, please send me a message either through Whisper on Twitch or through my Discord. Thank you so much for following, Tadowski.
Tadowski.
So yeah, if
Tadowski.
you have a streamer that you would like to see featured, please let me know.
And
Chris,
it's funny that it's not to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, go
Hi,
ahead.
Baxter.
Hey, Baxter.
hi Baxter.
Chiba actually adopted one of our foster kittens last year when we had the Christmas meetup
Oh yeah,
here at our house. Yep.
nice.
He adopted a little kitten who I named Baby Chiba, and he didn't have the heart to change his
Change his
name.
name.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, so I thought it was one of the coolest things in the in fostering that I have a kitten that lives in Canada now. That was one of my foster kittens. So it was so cool. It's weird. You call my
name's
cat.
Chiba.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Well,
a fit.
you know why I named him Baby Chiba? Because he does look like a little
Cheetah.
a cheetah. And I used to call Chiba Shiba when we first met him. And of course I'm like, that sounds like the cat food, Shiba, the cat food or whatever.
Yeah. For the
And
longest time, she called him
I
Shiba.
called him Shiba, and he
I'm like,
gave
"No,
up
it's
after a while.
Shiba."
Corrected me.
I was like,
He's
whatever.
like,
say
he's
whatever
like,
you
whatever.
want.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So, but yeah, I got a round of kittens, foster kittens, and he was absolutely adorable. He was a little love bug, and so I named him Baby Chiba. And through streaming, I'm like, "Don't you want him? Look, Chiba, it's Baby Chiba."
Guilt
So
trip.
he ended up adopting him, and he's an absolute sweetheart. I heard he likes to get into stuff like a normal cat does, but
Does he sit on your keyboard too? Because
he gets into everything according to Chiba.
yeah, we have a I have a cat that likes to jump up here in the middle. Fortunately, she's not around here, but you'll see her tail like come across.
Every once in a while.
We used to stream our chickens.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's when I saw your when you first started doing your silkies. That's what you one of your features that you did. Yeah.
We used to do it Tuesdays before stream. We used to do a chicken talk.
But
Yeah.
now, with it being fall and the time change, everybody's inside by like 4:30, 5 o'clock. So
Yeah.
it's not even worth it. And the chickens get weirded out sometimes when I have like the cell phone in their face, except for Juliet. Juliet and Romeo are two turkeys that are pets. They she follows me all over the place, and Romeo's right
Nice.
behind her, making sure everything's okay. So
I got questioned at the border about why the fuck I drove to New York to adopt a cat.
yeah. I remember that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We've known Chiba for a long time. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
And I adore fostering, and like I said, it was great to when I called the Cat Coalition founder, she's like, number one, you stream. She's like, what is that? What's Twitch? I don't understand. So I had to explain Twitch to her. I said, and then there's a gentleman named Chiba, and I had to like let her know his real name, which I'm not going to say.
Right.
And I said, he already has a cat, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, I can't do, because normally she would do a home visit. She's like, I can't go all the way to Canada
Nope.
and do a home visit. So I'm like, just please take my word on this. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Like, I would trust him with one of my kids, type of situation, because these foster kittens are babies until we find their our home.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Um,
Okay.
So yeah, if you're
What?
looking for a cat or a pet,
We're in TV.
you know, hit them up.
Yeah.
And you
we-
live close to New York.
We have 10 foster kittens right now. So if you want any forever cats, let us know.
And
Yeah.
it's buy one get one free week. Always
There's also too, I try to keep the Discord updated on all of the foster kittens.
Mhm.
We have 3 bottle fed kittens. Well, they used to be bottle fed, they're not bottle fed anymore.
Okay.
So which I named after a majority of our mods. One of our forever kittens I named after Orso Kuma because his real name is Bear.
hmm
So one of our failed fosters who was bottle fed, Bear Cub,
Bear Cub.
aka Bear, the leader of the Murder Mittens. She was named after Orso Kuma because she looked like a little bear cub. So
Mm.
when we got her. Did you get all the photos of baby? Did you just send them now, Chiba? What is happening?
We'll check him out after.
Oh no, he's
What is happening?
and you get to see all the pics of baby Chiba. Yeah.
Oh,
And you
okay.
get.
I can't read. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Okay, are we ready for the lightning round now?
Let's do
Are
it.
you ready? Okay. Texting or
Oh, I'm
talking?
scared. Oh, depends. Depends on the person.
For what? Are we taking turns or are we just going to blow
Yeah,
answers together?
Whenever you feel like it, answering it.
All right.
Mine is depends on the person.
Okay.
Jen's talking a lot, so I'll try to overtalk it.
Shut up.
You can tell we've been together for 12 years.
Yep.
Oh,
This
you
coming.
didn't answer.
What?
Texting or talking?
Texting or talking? Oh, texting.
Texting. Okay. Yeah, my wife and I have been together for 38 years, so we get it.
You understand.
Yeah, we
You totally
get it.
understand.
Favorite day of the week?
Wednesday.
Saturday.
Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Sweet.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Because of all the food.
All the food, yes. Foods, all the foods.
Well, Christmas has the same kind of food. Anyway.
Yeah. Pretty much. We do
It's
turkey on Thanksgiving and then ham on Christmas. So,
Yep.
the
Same. Same.
food.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
if you had a superpower, what would you want it to be?
Flying. Either that or being invisible.
I
Yeah.
would say invisible.
A lot of people
Be
choose
invisible. Yeah.
that.
Invisible? Yeah.
yeah.
Flying
We're
is-
not peeping Toms, okay?
You just don't want to be seen.
That's because we're not invisible.
Yeah. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Morning. Well, okay. That's tricky because I love mornings,
I'm
but
morning.
I can stay up late also.
But I more or less
But
morning.
I choose morning probably.
Morning.
Yeah.
So,
I feel more energetic in the morning.
okay.
Peeping Tom alert. Only on you, Chiba.
On Chiba. All the way from New York.
You won't see us.
I see you.
Your favorite season?
Summer.
I would say fall.
Fall. Okay. Let's see. What was it? Where am I? Mild or spicy?
Mild.
Spicy.
I'm mild. My wife's spicy.
Mild. Mild.
She can
I
eat
get heartburn.
Things can't be hot enough.
Yeah, me. Yeah, she can do jalapenos and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't. Your favorite
If
ice
it's
cream
like
flavor?
Chili, I'm always like, put more heat into it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't because I got a kid that's like, this is too spicy. I'm like, I put nothing in there.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Half baked by Ben and Jerry's.
Anything with peanut butter in it.
Oh, Chris, you're right. Right there, dude. I love peanut butter.
Me too. PB&J's all day, man.
That's what he would take to a deserted island is
Yep,
PBJ.
I just love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing. Each one of you say something positive about yourself.
Oh, this is tough.
Oh
The
my God.
silence.
Positive about myself. I like to
Positive.
think. I think I'm funny,
hmm
and God, that's a tough one.
It
I don't-
is. It's one of the toughest questions I
I
have.
never think about that about myself. What would you say, hon?
I would say probably one of the most positive things about myself is I can make anybody laugh.
It's a good one.
I
Yeah.
like to make people laugh. So
And-
I guess my positivity thing would be like I like to see people happy. I like
Yeah.
I like to
And
give that to them.
and I will say, I think that's one of the things that made me most attracted to Chris is he can be so goofy and he can make me laugh like no other. No other person can make me laugh as much as
Oh,
he
I
can.
know one
Okay.
that she hates.
He talks with his mouth full.
No, I always look at the good in everybody.
Oh, that drives me nuts sometimes.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I see the good in everybody, and that's kind of how I live my life. When someone like let's say you like somebody and somebody doesn't,
Mhm.
and they tell you all this stuff about why they don't like that person. I'm like, well, they never did me wrong, so why should I hate them?
Right.
I
You know,
got you. Yeah.
I live my life around if you're cool to me, I'm cool to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of I've always lived my life. I don't care who you are, what gender, whatever the case may be. I don't judge. If
Oh.
you're cool to me, I'm cool
Excuse
to
me.
you. And I give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
And
And she
I
hates that.
I joke with a few of my girlfriends, which I don't have a lot of. I have a very tight knit group.
Mhm.
I joke with my girlfriends sometimes. I'm like where I'm not saying I'm always looking for the negative in people, but I'm not saying I judge people really quick. It's the fact is I could see through a lot of people's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I've been through a lot. So I'm like, like the little red flags will pop up here and there.
And working
And-
years of retail.
And years of
Yeah.
retail. I've worked like 17 years in
I'm
retail.
20 plus years of retail. We can
Right.
read people pretty
So where I joke with my girlfriends, I'm like, Chris is over here fucking rainbows and butterflies, and I'm over here like, no, that person's a dick.
good. They're not. They're not. They're nice.
But then again, that's where Chris rubs off on me,
Yeah.
where I will give that person the benefit of the doubt, and he's like, no, they're really good, da, 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 da. But then I'm like, you just wait. Back here, like, you just wait.
So,
So-
which one of you
Yeah,
has
we
the
do quite a
best
few.
judge of character?
I think I do.
You think you do? Okay.
I think I do.
Have you ever been burned, Chris?
A lot.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Oh yeah.
I was just recently burned by another member of the community.
I trust too easily.
Yeah.
And this person made me not trust easily now, where I really let my guard down
Mhm.
with this person. And there was personal information that was posted on a social media source. And I've had the conversation with this person, and we've moved on. I'm the type where hate is a very strong word, and if you know me, I don't hate anybody.
Right.
I don't even hate my girls' deadbeat dad. Hate is a very strong word, and I don't have energy in myself nor my life to hold on to hate.
Right.
And if I have a problem with someone and it's like eating me up inside, I will try everything I can to reach out to that person. Now I actually have phone calls with people if I have whatever said issue, because I'm not putting anything in writing anymore, because
Yeah.
that was used against me.
Oh.
And
Well, and you want to hear it from the horse's mouth,
Right.
Because you hear all these
Right.
rumors and all that, and you're like, I'm
Right.
just going for the freaking stores. I'm at the age where I'm just gonna fucking tell you, or
Yeah.
just come to your face and be like, what's going on? Why do you have a problem with me?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is all the time we have for Double Yolk. But before we go, I want Chris and Jen to come up with somebody that we can raid. We're going to raid to somebody that they prefer. See if we can, surprise them.
so we
We'll find
have
somebody.
we have in our community, we have a featured streamer of the month,
hmm
and that featured streamer is on right now,
He's on right now.
Okay.
who is Indie Rush. You want me to put it in your chat?
Yes, please.
It's fantastic.
Hi, Matt.
Um,
And Indie Rush
Hi,
is
Matt.
soon to change their name. I think they're going to go with some form of whiskey.
Yep.
Well, he used to be Whiskey,
Hmm.
and then he changed it to Indie for reasons that he shouldn't
Well,
have.
it was Whiskey Rush.
It was Whiskey Rush. Then he switched it to Indie. Now he's going to go back to Whiskey. It was
Okay.
Whiskey. Thank you, Chiba. Thank you, Chiba.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Right, Chief.
This was a lot of fun. Chris,
I had
Jen,
so
thank
much
you
good
so
time.
much.
fun.
Thank you for having us on.
You bet. We're gonna go raid Indie Rush. I'd like to, you guys were fantastic today. Come join me tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. The rest
I'm
of you can.
excited to see Alyssa.
Yeah, we're gonna be featuring
aware. I'll try to
Alyssa
tap in.
always. So come back for that. And we will see you guys later. And like I say at the end of every one of my streams, smile like you have something to hide. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Ooh.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good, good.